Hey YouTube, this is React City. I'm Hunter.
I'm Rose.
I'm Nikki.
And this is Hunter. So, last time we had the reveal of Neferpitau, the Royal Guard.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that as the week has matured?
Why her name Neferpitau?
Yeah, I'm sure there's actually some meaning behind it. I just
yeah.
never looked it up, which I'm actually surprised I never looked it up. But yeah, so maybe we'll learn a bit more about that. I imagine one of you guys probably writing about it right now.
Yeah. I remember the episode where what's his name came with a name. I was telling the queen about it. I was like, yeah, this is my name, soldier guy. And the queen was like, name. And that's when she started, that's when she was making the royals.
Colt, yeah.
Yeah, Colt, that's right. Colt gave himself the name for some reason. I think it had to do with his origin.
His previous life, that was his name.
That was his name, right. And that's really strong in him for some reason, his previous memories.
Yeah, he's exceptional, I think, out of everybody, because if you remember, he always protected his little sister.
Yeah.
And that
right
probably,
to his death.
Yeah, that probably brought back the humanity.
Yeah.
So guys, if you like your time here, please remember to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And if you guys want to see the next episode early, check it out on Patreon. It's in the description. And you can also see the uncut version of this show or any other show that's there. Thank you very much. See you in discussion.
An award ceremony? With punches? Yeah. It seems like it.
If you're able to endure the pain, you get the prize.
Yeah.
Oh, basically, that's how you get the award. Oh boy. I don't remember this episode. Or at least this part.
Real, bro.
Oh, like compared to Greed Island people. Bisky.
So she doesn't count.
Okay. What?
Didn't say anything.
None of them?
Like he's just automatically disqualified.
Oh, he's just saying we're there just when they needed to be. But they're not Nen Masters.
They're becoming more aware of their protagonist's plot armor.
Yeah.
He's like, I've been hearing you the whole time. Just didn't want to say anything while you were praising the heck out of me.
Guys, you can't stop. Kite. Pro hunters.
Hunters
Should always be on the hunt. Interesting.
Remember he had a flashback when they were on his island.
Oh, that's
Whale
right.
Island.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
He was so cute as a little kid.
It's Rounder. It's Rounder. I know it is. What? Guys.
It's like, let's just take a load off again. We got another 15 meters. It's fine.
Oh, what's this? Use it to find him? Oh.
It's like, I forgot.
Now let's go. Yeah.
Let's get a move on. We lost
Oh,
another
here we
5
go.
meters.
Punch.
Oh my
goodness.
Another one bites the dust. Uh-oh.
Oof.
Creepy.
Uh-oh, he senses her too. Uh-oh.
Whoa. Creepy eye.
Sauron.
Sauron. She has a tower and everything.
Yeah. Whoa.
And I remember he lost an arm. Guys. Malice. Good job, Kikoa.
Good job.
そのままコンを連れて逃げろ。絶対絶命のピンチだな。いい目が出ろよ。
Hmm.
He didn't say it was a bad roll or anything.
No, he's
He's
too
serious.
俺たちはうぬぼれていた。
Oh yeah, I forgot he did that.
Yeah.
Completely forgot.
Quita. Take his heart again. Gonna kill him?
Yeah.
Tired, Killua.
Gun is out.
I
That was a
mean,
Nen punch.
That was a Nen punch, yeah. Super Nen punch.
Super concussion.
He's still carrying him. My goodness.
とにかくそこで待ってて、僕たちもちょうどそっちに向かってるんだ。
Oh, that's right. They were coming.
The reinforcements.
Couldn't have come earlier.
Sweatstroke shirt.
That's what I was thinking. It's like a layer sweatstroke shirt on somebody else while they're passed out. They can't even
They
say
can't.
no.
They can't.
Oh.
It's so gross.
It's so nasty.
Netsudo, right?
Netero.
ミュさんで首突っ込むからやけどするんだよ。さっさとお家に帰んな。
親もうるさい。
It was Morel.
More. Okay.
相手はただの子供なんだから。
He just insulted him in the same way,
Yeah.
just his own way.
Right.
でも使えるやつがいた。今まで会った誰より好きに悪い。
Worse than his own family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's saying something.
Oh, wow, he actually said that.
静かに。自分で念を覚えてみてよくわかる。あんたたちもすご
Mm.
く強い。
Oh.
それでもあいつに勝てる気がしない。
Wow.
言ってることは俺と一緒だ。
Nah.
Nah. Okay.
坊主、年使い同士の戦いに勝ち目なんて言ってる時点で、お前はずれてるんだよ。相手の能力がどんなものかわからないのが普通。
Mm.
100% 勝つ気でやる。
Certain of
それが
victory.
年使いの違いってのさ。相手のオーラに気をされ、
It's the
逃げ
moment
た時
we
点でお
lost.
前は失格。敗者以下だ。
Ooh.
うん
もういい。午後は
Yeah, I knocked him out yesterday.
別区で止めた。手加減する余裕なかったから、いつ目が覚めた。
Don't know when that'll happen.
そっちの坊主はまだ見込みがあるな。
で被害拡大を防がねばならぬ。中途半端な戦力は敵に吸収される恐れが。
This is true.
Mm.
If you wish to leave as a hunter.
猫の手はいらん。必要なのは強者のみ。
Oh.
Fight or not?
That's their message that was left there. Okay. He's still. It's just yeah. Still knocked out.
No questions from anybody in the street.
He's just carrying a passed out
One
guy.
child carrying a child, another. They're looking.
Is she taking a picture of them?
They're just not saying
Nah,
anything.
he's calling the cops.
相手のオーラに気をされ、逃げた時点でお前は失格。敗者以下だ。
俺は
the meanie Killua.
ありがとう。あのまま俺が暴走してたらカイトの邪魔してた。
Gon is so selectively observant.
Right?
とも人を見殺しにした。カイトは生きてる。あんな奴には絶対に負けない。でもあれだけの怪我、奴を倒してもすぐに運べ
Hold
る。
on.
どこ
The
か
whole thing. That's Kite right there. Hey, look, he's
俺たち
blue
が
and
戻っ
everything.
てくるのを
Forever optimistic Gon.
What is this?
行こう。強くなって。
Yeah.
Strong! Become strong!
Strong. Let's preview. What?
What?
He added to it.
We welcome you anytime. I forgot they had a different script in this show. I completely forgot about that.
城に冷凍庫を用意せや。人間を100体以上貯蔵できる規模がいる。
Oh, dang.
What?
コレクションが腐らないようにね。僕ちょっと強いかも。
Discussion.
Discussion!
That was pretty peaceful episode. Nothing bad happened.
Nothing bad happened at all.
I was at the top of the episode. I was like, it was like taking its time, like
Yeah.
stopping to chat on the trail of some people. I'm like, maybe they drag it out, maybe not.
I just remember when I was first watching this for the first time, because nothing like this had ever happened before in Hunter x Hunter. I was just so I missed all of the death flags. Like he gave him his whatchamacallit,
The
his
card.
father's card. He was reliving memories. He's like, "You can do it, kid." He said everything he
Yeah,
needed
he
to
did.
say. And then even like at the end of the episode, Gun is like, "Let's save Kite." Next scene, she's holding Kite's head. I was literally like, "How are they gonna fix this? Because they have to fix this. What are they gonna do?"
Yeah, I had a pretty similar reaction to it as well. I actually, when I first saw this, did not realize it was Kite's head for the first few seconds. Like it didn't because it can't be Kite's head, you know, it's Kite. It's like, what the heck is she holding?
What's that?
Yeah.
What is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember you had a really bad reaction to it the first time around.
I kind of repressed the memory of that scene because I didn't remember that scene in particular. I do remember when she showed up that fight and when Gon was about to fight and he got taken out. But honestly, I'm still holding out hope. I don't care what you have to say because I haven't finished the Ant arc yet, so he can be resurrected at the end of this season.
Hey, with Nen, seemingly anything's possible.
Yes.
Anything's possible. I mean, you have a Nen super healing, so why not?
Speaking of Nen, we have the Ants doing their award ceremony.
Award ceremony.
Potential award.
Yeah.
What's a potential award?
Basically knock them out and see how many of them wake back up again.
Yeah.
I mean, that's quite a risk, right? Because, I mean, first of all, some of them are people who might just be like, some of them were like born from just civilians, right? Some people might be more prone to getting Nen and some might not get it at all. So some that just die from the punch.
Yeah. Some will die.
Yeah, it's because it's supposed to be like a near-death punch.
It's a
isn't it?
near-death thing. And Colts nearly died. And so did the bunny guy.
Yeah, so they're risking a lot just to get this Nen, which it makes sense. It makes sense the type of risk it's taking because Nen will make them way stronger and way more able to fight against like the regular cavalry.
Yeah.
But they don't know that we have like even stronger Nen people coming in, so we'll see like if the people who do get Nen how strong their Nen will be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of like looking at this arc from like the ants' perspective. And from their perspective, they were even acting when they start eating humans as like, what the heck are they species? You know? So from their perspective, if this Nen ability is out there, they're assuming everybody's either got it or it's a big threat to them. So if you can't take the Nen, even if we lose like half of our leaders, it's
Might as well lose you.
We need to level up the hive, basically.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, crazy. And then what's his name? Kite mentioned in the middle there that hunters always hunt, and
Right.
it
First
brings
commandment.
me back. Brings me back. Why are there food hunters?
Oh. Well, they have to hunt something, and they don't want to hunt actual other creatures.
But they eat food.
Yeah.
They eat food.
Who eats food? I don't
The
understand.
food
the problem.
hunters,
Yeah, but they're hunting like specialties, aren't they? Isn't it
which
like
is creatures.
well, creatures and also like eggs and like different plants and stuff, like rare things for their dishes. They're still hunting. Don't be ist. I don't know what ist you are right now, but you're being an ist.
But, for them, the more I think about it and the way this world works, they're basically glorified poachers. They're
Yeah.
hunting down rare animals and species.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and so Kite thing. If I remember correctly, I think I was talking with you about this. Kite was supposed to be around in the Whale Island thing.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we
in
were
the
talking
original-
about this,
In
yeah.
the original manga, Kite had a much bigger role in Gon's life
In the beginning.
than they showed in the anime. Like in the anime, they're like it's like the first time they're meeting him
Is that
here
one encounter?
is just like right now they've known him for a grand total of 5 hours. But in Gon's life, he was basically a pseudo dad for him. He raised him a lot from Whale Island. He's the reason why Gon is so good at fishing, and also why he takes to Nen so easily was because Kite trained him and everything.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, he didn't train him in Nen, but he trained him.
Mm-hmm. So now it makes more sense why when they showed him the first time he was fishing. Because it's like, hey, I know you. He's fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
But there's this whole disconnect thing now, and it does affect how you feel about things later, being an anime only watcher.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people were actually really upset about
Dropping
leaving that
Kite.
out because it was so important later.
Yeah, it seems really important to me,
Yeah.
especially in just even this episode where Gun is the one getting really upset. It makes more sense if you have that backstory that he was like a father to him.
Mm-hmm.
So it would make sense that he goes crazy and doesn't think about the situation. Although Gun is just like that as well.
Yeah.
But it would also kind of enhance it, I think, and make his anger seem like relevant or right.
Yeah.
It makes more sense because without knowing that background, it makes Gon come across as just purely an emotional, impulsive person.
Yeah.
Whereas if we knew, it comes across as a reactive, protective person.
Yeah.
So how do you think things would have been different? Do you think he had a chance to live if he was on his own kite?
Kite?
If he wasn't trying, well, I think he would have fought longer and maybe have injured Neferupta a little bit more. Because Neferupta had some like slashes on her face, scuffs on her knees, So he got some hits in, but she's in one piece as compared to him. So I think if they weren't there, he would have been able to watch his back better. Wouldn't have lost an arm, I think. At least not immediately. But I don't know if he would have won. Which annoys me. Because I know this whole show is you level up, bad guy levels up. You gotta reach bad guy. Then you level up, bad guy levels up. That's just how the show is. So this is the next level up. We saw Hisoka. We got to fight Hisoka. We got to fight whoever the other guy was that they mentioned that was strong. And now we have new bad guy. And it just feels like it's always out of reach. And this one just seems so far comparatively,
Although they did, even just this episode, they did mention that it's not the amount of nen, or at least not how strong you are, it's how you use your nen.
Right. That's kind of the hope, I guess.
Yeah, so maybe Neferupito is just stronger, but if
Like
Kite
no
had
skill?
his other arm, he's more experienced and stuff like that, so maybe he would have been able to win if he had both his arms and wasn't bleeding out.
You see, stuff like that, I really like the concept of it's how you use it, not how much power you have.
Yeah.
But honestly, I feel like there are some moments in the show where, and I've heard this about Ant in particular, is where it reaches that point where it struggles with the Dragon Ball Z syndrome of just this guy's just stronger because he's stronger, and she'll just blast you away.
In anything.
Yeah, and I just want more examples and more situations where the stronger person not necessarily win. That makes sense, because the chief one you can point to is, what's his name, Kurapika beating Uva.
Yeah.
Where Uva was magnitude stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
But Kurapika was being smart.
Yeah, but I can't really think of another example where that happened. Because the story usually demands that the stronger guy puts up a decent fight. You know?
Maybe the fight between Gon and Hisoka, because I still think Hisoka is way stronger than Gon, but Gon was fighting smarter and strategic.
That is true. He got a few hits in.
Yeah.
But he still did lose.
And also, I wrote Big Smack Killua. So Gon gets smacked by Killua after Gon is going crazy, like, and Killua walks all the way back on his own. Yeah. Within 24 hours.
You know it's a far walk, non-stop, because he's actually sweating.
He's
Killua
tired.
is tired.
He's a tired guy.
At first I was like, come on, Killua, what are you tired for? And then I was like, wait, it was a long distance that they went. So, and he ran a lot of it. And he had to start walking at the end, so.
Yeah. I wonder if you could hear his footsteps. I keep forgetting to listen for that. Because you can't hear Killua's footsteps usually. So I wondered if you could hear his footsteps now if he was tired. It just occurred to me. I have no idea if that's actually a thing. But anyway.
You know, my headcanon for this scene, though, is that Gon could have woken up any time, but he just wanted to wait till he was in a bed or something. Like, you're going to carry me back after that.
He's like, I'm going to make you pay for smacking me full force.
It'll be his secret. And we finally learned the names of the big guys.
Yeah,
Moral, Nov, and Netero.
Moral like the mushroom.
Is the mushroom immoral? What's it do?
It keeps your conscience in check.
The mushroom?
She's just making things
morals.
up.
Morals. Alright. So Moral is just heckling the heck out of Killua, making him feel real bad.
Like, what if he was freshly pro hunter, no Nen? Like, seriously, I doubt that, because he's traveling with Netero. Netero probably was bigging them up. It's like, these guys came through, and so.
And maybe it was maybe from his perspective, it was tough love. Maybe that's kind of how he handled it.
Also, he did kind of give him some good advice in his own way about how, you about the Nen thing, just because of the aura, you need to think about other things. You can't just give up. So it could be tough love.
And in that conversation, he brought the whole abilities, and the secrecy of abilities is paramount. And that's something I also really enjoy about this show and other shows like Naruto Shippuden is if somebody knows your abilities, you just lost like 70% of your agency and it just becomes a slugfest. where I just like the idea that the unknowing of who you're going up against itself can make the difference between how good a fighter someone is. Like there's some people in the Hunter x Hunter universe who are extremely deadly until you know how they work. And then suddenly things change.
That's kind of like the bomb guy. Like if you didn't know it was touch that was his like marker that would set him off, then you would get in trouble real fast.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then Netero is like, I sent assassins to the village. Excuse me.
Yeah. For what though? To assassinate who now?
I sent them to the village. Never tells us why. This next part I have, it was a little bit before the assassins thing, but Killua was like, he was super down in the dumps, and he's like, I'm not the chosen one.
Yeah. It's exactly what, it counterpoints exactly what we were kind of joking about earlier, where they were talking about this, like, every time we need to meet somebody, we meet, like, they're a protagonist.
Yeah.
And then in the same episode, it slaps them down, and sure, they're still protagonists, but no, they aren't going to get a free ride through this, and there are dangers out there that can kill them.
Yeah. And then we finally get to the village, which seems more like a whole town. Just saying. And then, sorry. And then Gon wakes up, and he's like, "Oh, thanks, Killua, for knocking me out for 24 hours."
It was the only way I know.
Yeah.
God is just so forgiving. But it also is, they kind of work to help each other, because Killua is kind of like super serious and depressed about everything. Like, and he kind of needs Gun's overly optimistic view. They temper each other, kind of.
Yeah,
You know?
that's why the episode was called Light and Dark.
See, how did we get that? Gun was the light.
The light, and Killua is the dark.
See.
We're always thinking. Yeah. And then, so Gun is the light of everybody's life. He makes everybody happy. And then he's like, let's save Kite. The very next scene.
I remember the first time I saw that, like, I was so excited. Yeah, Gun, Kite can be alive. And the fact that he said it is like,
He's like,
there's hope.
I'm like, okay, we have the journey direction, we have the destination.
Yes.
We're gonna make it
mission.
there.
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people say, you know, the York New arcs when things get, you know, real, where you start seeing the blood and the violence, but it doesn't it's like chaos, but it goes around the village that is Gun and Killua. You know, this time it goes through them.
Yeah.
I guess I do enjoy seeing how they deal with that in progression.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I think that's the first time somebody who was like in their group died.
That's what I was
It
gonna
is.
say. That's what I was gonna say, because I thought Kite was in the safe zone of the protagonist friends group.
Yeah.
You know, you have Kurapika and Leario, and nobody's laid a finger on them
Yeah.
yet, and then Kite enters the circle
yeah.
to be removed from the circle. Like, why? Why you do this?
You know, it's funny because I think this is actually the one in one of the ways that it works plot-wise to surprise the audience, because he wasn't in the show. In the manga, you see a guy from the very beginning, and then he shows up inexplicably later, and he gives the protagonist everything he needs, and he's somebody who you really care about. You can kind of see the flags a bit more clearly, I think, in that scenario, that he's going to get hurt, because he just showed up out of nowhere. But in this, because we haven't seen him before, we feel like he has so much to tell us.
Yeah,
And we have so much story to unpack.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, he didn't do us anything, you know?
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
we saw him before,
Yeah.
maybe.
Maybe it would have felt more closure, because we've
Yeah.
had time with him.
Yeah, he's given everything he can.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you very much for being here. Guys, if you liked your time here, please remember to leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more. And remember to check out the reels on TikTok in the description if you guys want to see social media as well as there. Thank you very much for being here. I will see you guys next time. React City. Stay in City. Goodbye.
Bye.
Whoa, bye.
And thanks to our patrons, Altina Orion, Tyrone, Chada, Mario Charles, and Alfredo Gymnast.